So I recorded this one and then some more stuff happened. So basically, Splitgate was on a tear, as we saw during the Summer Game Fest, and it will be in this video. They were tearing apart EA, they were tearing apart Call of Duty, they were just going on a rampage, and some of this was for marketing reasons, right? Like stir up drama, get attention on your game, more people are going to download it. But they said that they wanted to make FPS great again, so Luke, or Daruma, I don't know how to say that properly. He works for Activision or one of the Call of Duty games on art. He was upset about what Splitgate said, so he said, make FPS great again, and it's Splitgate. Well, Splitgate responded to him and said, which Call of Duty does your team make again? I can't tell them apart. And yeah, Splitgate absolutely ratioed him to all hell and back. Now, unfortunately, it appears as though Splitgate actually then went and deleted this tweet, but I don't know. I think personally, when you see like companies like McDonald's and Wendy's going at it on Twitter, I think it's good for everyone. I think the beef needs to be there. And I really do think this should be something companies do more. And I found it really interesting. But if you don't know where this is stemming from, that is where this video comes in. I just wanted to include this in there so you guys could see everything that's going on. I'm sure we're going to be getting more of this as time goes on. But yeah, Splitgate 2 is doing some interesting things, and that's what the rest of this video is actually going to be about. So this is one of those videos where I do not know if it will ever see the light of day, because I don't know what's going to come out of this video. I don't know what this is all about, but I was sent something by Slick. He's the person that edits a bunch of my videos. He edits the weekly reload. I work with him, pretty much talk to him every day. He sent this to me. He's like, you got to see this. And lo and behold, it has to do with Splitgate 2. So we kind of talked yesterday about the controversy behind Splitgate 2, the $80 bundles, everything like that. Today, they reduced the $80 bundles to $40, but he said he kind of goes over everything. And the tweet says this: actions speak louder than words. We are here to listen and act based on your feedback. Thank you, everyone who is playing Splitgate 2, which is an awesome response, but I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear what this is all about. And, it's interesting. It's having a CEO, not just a figurehead, like the CEO of a company, talk this directly like this and say that he's listening like this is kind of wild. So,
first off, I want to thank everybody who's played Splitgate 2 so far. Whether you played Arena, Battle Royale, Onslaught, Map Creator, the whole shebang, we appreciate.
So basically, if you haven't played Splitgate 2, Arena is think 6v6 Call of Duty. Battle Royale is the Battle Royale, which is like a resurgence Battle Royale. Onslaught is big team, and then you have your map editor, which is like Forge.
You guys, and we appreciate all the feedback. Keep it coming. Second thing I want to touch on is, yesterday we said make FPS great again. What does that mean?
So he came out during actually maybe I can pull it up. So basically what happened is during Summer Game Fest, they were one of the last few games to come out. And basically what happened is they came out on stage before they played the trailer, and he said that he wanted to make shooters great again. And does this one, this does show it. Okay, perfect. I don't know why my Elgato does that so much, but we really need to fix that. This is what he said. So we talked about this yesterday, but I'll just quickly play the clip so you have reference.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047
FPS great
Games.
again.
When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo.
So he gets aggressive there?
And I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
So that's the statements that he's saying. And then he's like, so we made this great game, blah, 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 which I thought was honestly pretty baller.
Obviously, some people didn't receive it the way we intended. Our intention is truly to make FPS as good as possible. It's plain and simple. But what does that mean? I mean, it's easy.
So what he's saying here is important because it ties into one of the problems that people are having. So he's not saying that he wants to make a great FPS. He wants to make the genre of FPS great. And the way that you do that is by adding and injecting competition. That's exactly what they're doing.
You say a sentence, but saying a sentence doesn't really matter if there's no action behind it.
100%.
And so the first thing I want to do is double down on being community first and listening to you guys, because you guys are the reason we're here. And so the first action we're taking is we hear you loud and clear on the store prices. And so that Nano Swarm bundle, we're cutting the price in half. Some of the other items in the shop, we're reducing price.
So they've reduced the price of the other items in the shop by, I think, like $3. That one's a $40 drop, and rightfully so. Here's the thing, right? Is there's two sides to this coin. Number one, you have the people who are saying that is a ridiculous price for a micro transaction. Then there's the people that are saying this is a free-to-play game, they need to make money. Well, here's the thing. We know I play Call of Duty. We know I've made Call of Duty videos for years. I do not buy bundles in Call of Duty ever. However, if they were $5 instead of $25, I probably would buy a bundle or two a month. I probably would, even if they were $10, maybe. But by the time you're $15, $20, $25, $40, $80, it is no longer a microtransaction. Now, someone who is much smarter than me probably has done the math and figured out what the right price is to charge for these things to extract the most amount of money for their audience. But I just find it incredibly hard to believe that that number is as high as it is right now, with $40 being that number. Like, to me, you'd think you'd sell way more if the price was $5, right? Imagine if it was $1 for one weapon skin and then $5 for this bundle that has 4 weapon skins, a character, and a portal. You would sell way, way more, and you'd think you'd sell enough more that you would make that money back off the investment, but maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, I'm not going to buy a $40 bundle. I'm not going to buy a $20 bundle. You drop it down to 10, maybe that's my range. Maybe I'm cheap. I don't know. And yes, can they be able to charge more because it's a free-to-play game? Yes. But what he's saying is he's trying to make shooters great, and the way to do that is lowering the price of microtransactions to force the other companies to do the same thing, if that's what you're saying. And that's what he is doing, and I'm giving him full credit for that, and I think that's great what they're doing. No other company would do that right now, so that is good.
Prices across the board, and we're going to keep monitoring it. We're going to keep listening, but that's what we're taking action on.
There's one other thing about
this. We're also
this.
going to be issuing refunds for
that's wild.
The difference in pricing for the split coin that you spent.
Well
you will
done
get
on that
that
one.
back. So now and going forward, this will be the new standard that we set.
So $40 for bundles.
The other thing I want to touch on is just why did we release a battle royale in general? Well, for one, it's additive, right? It's not here to replace anything.
It's good. I played
love
it enough.
every part
It's
about
good.
this game equally. They're all equally important. Without Arena, there is no battle royale. Without Map Creator, Map Creator supports this ongoing effort of live ops, right? We need it all. Onslaught, so fun.
So does anyone pick up what he said there? He is going to be they're going to do the Roblox thing where they use the Map Creator and make game modes based off of Map Creator, and they said live ops, live operations. They're going to do it.
But the other thing I want to touch on is what was the intent of this battle royale? What did we just copy? Did we just chase a trend?
They definitely didn't
And the answer is
copy.
no. I actually 5 years ago, I set out. I specifically, I never wanted to make a battle royale unless I thought I could actually add and innovate to the genre. And I think we've done that. I feel very proud and confident in this battle royale.
I actually kind of agree. I didn't think I would, but what they did with the map closing and then transition to other maps makes it so that they can just replace one of those maps or all 4 of those maps with segments. And it's pretty cool. It's a cool idea.
Experience, because it's kind of a battle royale arena shooter hybrid. And so that was the intent. We wanted it to be true to Splitgate. We wanted it to be fast. You'll notice you respawn in it. You have power weapons in it. All the things I love about arena shooters, just taken to that next level.
I agree with what he's saying there.
I wanted to touch on that. We really feel we've innovated here, but you'll have to check it out for yourself. And obviously, the big selling point being the fact that it's these multiple worlds connected across massive 100-foot tall portals. The other thing I'll add is what are we doing going forward? Well, for one, we're absolutely supporting Arena and everything about this game, not just Battle Royale. So we've yesterday added 2 Arena maps. We added a takedown map. We're adding another Arena map in a month. So we are going to keep it coming across all experiences. We've got new biomes, new map creator templates, everything. We're just on it, guys. We are going to support this thing.
Does anybody know how big this studio is? It's something that I would certainly like to know, because I don't know. It sounds like they're small, but they've obviously got big marketing dollars, because they've been putting out trailers. They were promoted at Summer Games Fest late in the show. They obviously have big marketing dollars.
Across the board. The other thing I'll say is we hear you loud and clear. You guys want ranked, and you want more to grind for. These are 2 things at the top of our priority list. So I'd say to set expectations, Ranked is probably going to be coming in the next like 2 to 4 weeks. You know, I love ranked. That's
Wow.
like
Okay.
how I play. I grind ranked, whatever game I'm playing, like that's what I do. So it is very high on the
24
priority
weeks.
list. It's going to be here. We still want to balance things before we set it live.
Dude, okay, let's say 4 weeks. So let's say July 7th. If they put ranked out before July 7th, Call of Duty should be freaking ashamed. And it works. Now, the one thing that I worry about with this game is anti-cheat. I have seen a couple people cheating. So there is that.
We want to make sure, okay, we got things in a reasonably balanced state, and I think we're close. But I'd give it a couple weeks at least, 2 to 4. And then mastery challenges is the other thing we're doing. You know, I love the good old days of COD, grinding those skins, trying to chase those mastery skins. We are very close.
Dude, this game could be good. This is, I know there's no gameplay going on in this, and I hopefully you don't find this video too boring. But what he's saying all of the right things.
Again, I'd say 2 to 4 weeks, kind of the ETA. But it's also at the top of our priority list. Yeah, guys, I mean, for now, we're heads down. We are working hard to deliver the best game possible. That's what we're going to keep doing, and we're going to keep listening. You know, whatever you think about the game, the Battle Royale arena, like, keep the feedback coming. It only helps us. It only drives us.
All right, here's what I will say. Here's what I want out of them. I want them to do events better than Call of Duty. I think events are what going to be the next big thing in first-person shooters. I truly believe that, but they need to be done right. So, for example, a simple one is what they do with gunfight tournaments. Things like that happen weekly, that are something you can grind for and something you can earn something. So, a weapon blueprint that you earn from winning a tournament every single week. I think tournaments and doing them in that way. And then those stack up. So then the second week, if you didn't do the first week, you can win now 2 tournaments and get rewards for that. But every week a new blueprint is added in with a tournament of some sort. Now, of course, they don't have gunfight, but there's many other options of ways they could do that. I think that would actually do better than ranked mode. That's just my opinion. And you could do things like that. Like one of the things that I love in Destiny is the tower, the lighthouse. Not Iron Banner. I can't think of the name of it. But where you have to get 9 wins without losing, and then you can go to there and then you get your loot. This can be done in a non-looter shooter game, but events like that. That's what Call of Duty needs. And if you do it before Call of Duty, that's huge. So yeah, if you're listening, that would be the thing. I think mastery challenges are good for retention, but I think there are better things, like much, much better things.
But appreciate everyone. Appreciate the support. Go play Splitgate and keep telling us how we can improve it.
This is the type of communication Call of Duty needs. This is amazing. I still think your bundles are too expensive. I'll be honest with you. And I wish other games, specifically shooters, had this type of transparency. And that is what this studio is doing the best. I have problems with the Battle Royale. I had a lot of lag with it. I think some of the way certain things feel in it is a little bit clunky. I could make a different video about that altogether, but them listening, them doing this, them doing all of these things is far more than I can say for specifically Call of Duty, at least.